I came home and found a note from my wife. It said, "Hi, sorry about the argument last night. I'm at work till late. Dinner's on the stove. All you have to do is light it. The gas is already on." So that's sweet, isn't it? Welcome to Shave&Butcher. So I will light it in a minute, but first the shave. It smells funny, weird. Going to do a shave test of a razor I honed today. It's my son's straight razor. Well, it's mine, but he sort of adopted it. It's a Ralf Aust 6/8 hollow ground. Quite possibly it's worse than when I started, so we'll see. How are you? How's your Sunday? How's your week been? It's Formula One day, so undercut from 345 Soap Company. It was Singapore today. Boring. It's a boring track. Nothing happened, and that's quite common in Singapore. Always enjoyable anyway. But they finished more or less the way they started, and there was almost no overtaking, which is a little bit dull. So we had a storm. It wasn't too bad, but it had a name, and any weather with a name is bad enough. Although this one was called Amy, which is sort of cute, isn't it? Doesn't sound like a powerful hurricane type storm, does it? And it wasn't. Wonder why it was called Amy, because I think we have a common nomenclatura, whatever that is in English, for bad weather in the Nordic countries. So whoever spots it first gets to name it. And Amy is nice, but I don't know anyone called Amy in Sweden, Norway, or Denmark. Perhaps it was named by the Brits. I don't know. Not all that interesting for anyone, but it was okay. Yesterday was the worst, and so we didn't go out much. We had a birthday party to drive to, and that was quite okay. Today was really windy, but no rain really, so I was in the garden doing garden-y stuff. But you know, autumn is here in a big way. And that's all right. I quite like autumn. Problem is, I've been telling everybody all summer that I will be going back to the gym, but only after the golf season is over. And it kind of is. I mean, my course was closed this weekend, for example. It'll open up again when the water fades away, but we're getting close. And I'm really running out of excuses. I still have the golf clubs in my car, so I don't have to go to the gym, basically. Okay, let's see how we did. Well, cat's hair. It's pretty all right, actually. So is the lather. I've had better edges that other people made. It's bloody difficult, this honing. This honing business. And I only do it so so infrequently that I never really learn. I don't really try new things out, and I see other people do. I only have this one finishing stone, and I probably should study. You know, watch others hone. And I do sometimes, but I stop because they look so bloody good, and I just feel, and they talk about things I don't even understand. And use fancy words and I have this and this Nagura. And I have to remind myself, what's a Nagura again? I guess it's the slurry you make on the stone. And I'm always thinking, do you really need it? Does it make a difference? It does, but you know. You need to really want to learn. It's like that with everything. You need to want it. Because if you don't, you won't spend the time and you won't focus enough. I'll get there probably. Sometimes it helps if you buy new toys. Like I could buy another stone. I'm sure it's not going to make the honing any better. And, I'm sure it's 90+% how you do it, rather than, you know, having one good stone or another good stone. But if you get a new one, you might fancy trying it out a bit more often. And that's a good thing. Like I purchased a putter this year because my old one I bought in 1985, and it's a cheap old putter to start with. So I got a new one, not the crazy fancy one. You can spend as much money as you want to on a putter. It's not going to make a huge difference, honestly. But I knew I wouldn't putt better, and I don't. But it's more enjoyable, and I do practice occasionally with it. Or I did in the beginning, just because it was new. It's a pretty good edge, actually. Definitely not perfect. And that's the difference. I can make anything pretty sharp, but getting that extra sharpness and the smoothness, I don't know how to. So I do need to read up and study a bit. I need to get ideas on things to try. Yep. So I'm getting a pretty perfect shave, but there is, so it is sharp, but there is a little bit of hesitation in it. I mean, this razor is as good as they come. It's not the most expensive, but I did buy it new. Or actually, it was a gift, I think, from my wife. Or I bought, I can't remember. But it's perfect. Perfect to shave with and very easy to hone, although I messed up the geometry a bit. Because last time I honed it, I thought, oh, you're supposed to make the edge from scratch. So I totally killed it and started with 3000 grit, and geometry is a bit wonky. So that's probably it, right? If you don't start the edge as close to perfect as possible, it doesn't matter what stones you have. I mean, technique will matter, because good hone meisters are able to put a good keen edge on anything, really. But yeah, perhaps I guess that's where I should start. I'm starting to recognize my edges. You know, I can, of course I know I put it on there, but I can sort of tell, right? I recognize it. So sharp, but not perfect. And everyone seems to have their own pretty different technique and routine and problem solving, you know, toolbox, which I don't have, and that's what I need to develop. So I call this edge 85%, which is pretty good. And if I get to 90, 95, I'd be happy. I mean, I don't have to be the best at it, because to do that I would have to spend a huge amount of time. And I really don't want to. I'm not going to put an aftershave on. I'm just going to put on some Nivea face moisturizer without perfume. It's evening now, as you can see, the sun's setting, so I'm not going to put on a scent. I will tomorrow, but I in the winter or autumn, when I need to have a bit of moisturizer on, I prefer a scentless one, except if I have matching rescue balm or recovery balm matching the soap. I'd use that. Otherwise, just a neutral, scent-free moisturizer, and then I put a perfume on, or a cologne or something. That's it. So did we get any wiser? Probably not, except my honing is okay. Always room for improvement. I guess that's a good thing. Have a great week, the one that's coming. You know, do your best anyway. It doesn't have to be great. If you have a great, I mean, how many great weeks do you have? Not many. I mean, great weeks, but have a good one. I'll see you soon. Stay sharp.